Hi everyone, welcome to Weeding Secret. Today, hopefully this will be a fairly quick video. We're making some bath bombs. I'm actually doing sweater weather, simply because somebody's asked for them. The smell is gorgeous. I've probably got half a kilo of, no, maybe not, maybe a third of a kilo of the fragrance left. So I'm just going to keep going with it until I've used it up. In here I have 2.4 kilos of bicarb, 38 grams of SLSA. You needn't put the SLSA in if you don't want bubbles, and the recipe is going to be exactly the same, just delete the SLSA. 24 grams of fragrance, 24 grams of carrier oil and 42 grams of witch hazel. Now carrier oil, you can use anything. Sweet almond oil I think is the best, but because it is a nut oil I don't actually use it in my products, but it is a fantastic oil. So if in place of that you could use any carrier oil, fractionated coconut, apricot kernel, even sunflower or olive oil will be great. And in the olden days when I used to make bath bombs, I actually used to just spray the mixture on the top after I put the citric acid in, which is what I'm doing now. I used to just spray the top. So every batch really was different. Measuring that witch hazel that you're putting in is really the key. Again, I used to just use a measuring jug instead of weighing the ingredients, and I think, yeah, every single batch turns out the same hardness every time I make the bath bombs. So I know a lot of you that have used my recipe have said that finally you've got the recipe, finally you've got bath bombs that are hard instead of crumbly, or you're unable to get them out of the moulds. Again, you know, as with anything, and I always have to say these types of things, depending on where you are and what the humidity's like, it might be slightly different for you. But I haven't had anyone yet that has got in touch that's used my recipe and said that it didn't work. They're all like absolutely thrilled that finally they've got a recipe that actually works. Because I tell you, it's not easy learning how to make bath bombs. It's not easy learning how to make soap or anything. You're probably not going to be able to make any recipe the first time and it turn out absolutely perfect. But I'm trying my best to give you those recipes to the best of my ability, and all the years that I've been learning how to do all of these things, I'm giving you the best I can to make life easier for you and to save you a fortune, basically. When I was learning, you probably won't even believe me, but the first year I was learning how to make soap and stuff, I spent like 16,000 on ingredients and things just learning. So you really are going to save a fortune if you follow people's soap recipes and bath bomb recipes and face cream recipes that are on the internet. So I'm just saying that, so hopefully you'll appreciate what people are actually doing for you in these videos. Right, so that's my citric acid mixed in. Normally I would just mix it in the mixer. I've got a Hobart mixer that I got for 450 quid. It's a bit decrepit looking, but it does the job because they're really expensive, the Hobarts. And I'm just mixing this in here just for the benefits of the video. So I've got some moulds here. They're aluminium moulds. I put a link to them in the description box below. Again, these are getting a little bit decrepit, but they still work. I don't know if you can see that the marker, the number on them is H007, and that's because they're 7cm aluminium bath bomb moulds. If you're going to do a search for them, that's what you need to put in the Google search. 7cm aluminium bath bomb moulds. Or if you want to do it in inches, it's the 2.75 inches. So 2.75 aluminium bath bomb moulds. And then all what is available will come up. I've noticed though that they seem to have gone up a size, and it seems like 8 centimeters are the ones that are available now. I know I've tried to find new ones of these and I can't actually find any. There's a lot of listings that like sell 3 different sizes and that kind of thing, which isn't what I want. So literally this is just a white bath bomb. You just pop it in there and then twist it and press, making sure all of that loose powder comes out of the mould, out of the bath bomb, so it's not packed too tightly. And then the other thing is, I used to stack my bath bombs up on a cake, like a cupcake tray, but just putting them on the countertop, because they have this flat, tiny flat circle, so you can actually stand the bath bomb moulds up on the countertop like this, and they definitely dry out better, quicker like that. I've noticed if I stack them, it takes them 2 days to dry out, but just putting them on the side like this, it's just 1 day. I usually tap it with a spoon, but I know that's probably a little bit noisy for you. And I don't know what it is about this fragrance, sweater weather, but it's much nicer in bath bombs than it is in soap. I don't know if soap supplier are gonna carry it again in the winter, but I don't think it's available at the moment. Obviously it's not winter anymore, but it was discontinued straight after Christmas, so I'm sure, because I've been pushing it, everybody's probably been getting in touch with them asking for it. But so when you make your bath bomb, just make sure the top and the bottom is perfectly lined up, and that way you won't get a bath bomb that's off center. So again, these bath bombs, not all of them, just a few of them actually, are going off to Seville in Spain. And this recipe works well with the bath bomb press as well, if you've got one of those. Right, so we've got a bit of mixture left there. I'll just press some small bath bombs with these stainless steel moulds that I got. And they don't stand up because they've got a perfectly rounded bottom. I prefer to press these on the bath bomb press actually. I don't know if there's enough here to make another one. I doubt it. No. Don't know, there's none. There's definitely not. Obviously all the work surface has been alcohol down. I know it might look like we're going to get away with making one there, but I don't think it'll work. I'm tapping it down to tap all the mixture into one end. We might just be lucky. So that's literally used every scrap of that mixture up. Now when you're making bath bombs, you get covered in all this powder. It gets up your nose, it gets in your mouth. You can taste it, you're eating it all day. That's what it's like on bath bomb making day. For me, anyway. Right, okay, so that's that for now. The next step you'll see is unmoulding, which for me is tomorrow. Unmoulding and painting is tomorrow, but for you it's right now. Okay, so it's time to unmould these now, and this is how I do it. I just give it a bit of a tap. It's quite gentle tap around the outside. Tap it. Unwrap it. 20 segments of, is it 20? 20 segments of chocolate orange. And then, because they've got the flat bit on the bottom, they stand up on their own. Sometimes they don't open very well, so you've just got to get a knife in there, and this lip makes it perfect to do that. Just get a knife in there and lift it with your knife, or you can just put the knife in and twist like that. One end will come off, and then you'll have to go around the other end like this to prise it up, but it should come off fine. Or you can give it a twist. Once you get your recipe perfect, they will unmould beautifully. I'm not tapping these because I've actually already tapped them. Now, someone just told me this morning that the lovely Holly from Missouri River mentioned me in a video, and I honestly absolutely adore Holly. She is, I've never admitted this on video before, but she is my favourite soap maker. Everything she does is absolutely, and I cannot stress it enough, I can't say it with enough emotion in my voice, but her soaps are absolutely beautiful. The colour combinations she does are spectacular. Her photography is second to none. You know, the way she packs is just absolutely beautiful. I never want to tell anyone that Holly is my favourite because I don't want to upset anybody. But she really is a phenomenal soap maker and knowledge, and she just makes perfect products. Simple as that. Okay, so we're going to trim these up now. I'm just going to trim the trim this little ridge off here with a potato peeler. I'm not trimming it all off, I'm just taking the rough edges off there, because I actually like the disc that goes around a bath bomb. And then when we've trimmed them all up, we're going to decorate them. And so, just talking to people that are brilliant at things, if you want to see a real professional bath bomb maker, have a look at the Kissing Duck Soap Company. She predominantly makes bath bombs, and she is absolutely amazing at what she does. I'll put a link to her YouTube channel and to her Instagram page. She's much more prominent on Instagram than YouTube, because she does a lot more posting on Instagram. As far as I'm concerned, she is the best bath bomb maker by far. No, I've already said that in another video. But yeah, absolutely phenomenal. If you click on her tagged pictures on Instagram, you'll see like people that have bought from her, all the tagged images there, and you'll just see how sensational the photographs and everything are. Just makes you want to buy, doesn't it, when things are so good. Okay, so let's make up some mica drizzle, shall we, or paint. So I'm just going to pour about 1.5 tablespoonfuls of rubbing alcohol into each cup. Take my 1/2 teaspoonful measuring spoon, and I'm going to take a 1/2 teaspoonful of Aztec Gold into this one, and 1/2 teaspoonful, I think it was dark grey, can't remember. Link in the description box below to the colour. Just give those a mix up. Now I can see they're actually very thin, so I'm going to add some more, but I don't want this drizzle to be as thick as the drizzle that I put on my hearts. So I'm going to pop another 1/2 teaspoonful of each in there, remembering that the rubbing alcohol mix I had with my hearts was 1 tablespoonful to 1/2 teaspoonful. So actually what we've got in here now is 1 teaspoonful. That looks a lot better. To 1.5 tablespoonfuls of rubbing alcohol. 1 teaspoonful of mica to 1.5 tablespoonfuls of rubbing alcohol. And still looks a little bit thin, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. Okay, so we're going to take our colours, which I've got just to one side of the tray, and I'm just going to dip the paintbrush in the gold, drain it slightly, and then just start putting circles on the bath bomb like this. Easiest way to do a cheetah print in my eyes. And then just pop that one down, and with the silver, my paintbrush, this paintbrush isn't quite as thick as the other one. Again, I drain it and then just pop that mica 3 times around the outside, and it just gives you that effect of a cheetah skin. And so while I'm doing this, there are 2 other soap makers that I want to mention. Another absolute favourite of mine, she's just come back onto YouTube, and that is Kia from Petals Bath Boutique. She makes awesome soaps. Again, our colour combinations are absolutely phenomenal. So I'll put a link to in the description box to her channel. And another one a lot of you might not have heard of, because there'll be a lot of new viewers out there. And it's Sherri Wibert. She hasn't come back to YouTube, but I wish she would. I just think she's an awesome person, and I really miss her videos. If you remember either of those soap makers, let me know in the comments section below. That's like Kia and Sherri are like old school soap makers to YouTube. The originals, shall we call them. Sherri, I started my channel in 2009, and Sherri actually started hers before me, so she would have been around, could be a year longer than I came to YouTube. And I remember, I didn't know if there were any soap makers on YouTube at all, but it was when I had my shop, and I just thought, I wonder if I could start making videos of me doing my soap. Like, I wonder if anyone would be interested. So I went on and I had a look to see if anybody was doing it, and there was Sherri, obviously Soap Queen, she was doing it. There was another soap maker, I wish I could remember her channel name, I can't, and I think Spirit White Fox was on as well. Now Beanie from Spirit White Fox, she's just come back to YouTube as well. Well, she's been back a few months anyway. So many of them we miss. Many have come and gone, and many are new and are sticking around. And I find our community is a very supportive community, and I love being part of it. I'd love to know how many soap makers are on YouTube now. I wish there was some way we could get everyone to register somewhere, just in one place, so that we know how many there are. And I'm not just talking soap makers, I'm talking bath bomb makers, as well. Anybody that makes bath and body products, wax melts, candles, face creams. I mean, there is a face cream queen out there. She's called Humblebee and Me. She has an awesome channel. Anything you want to know about moisturising the skin, she knows it all. Okay, so I'm going to continue painting these, and when I've finished I'll come back and let you see them all finished. But I'll just finish this one first. Now, I'd rather have black on here than grey, but the black I've got stains the bath. I have got granular black, but it doesn't dissolve in rubbing alcohol, so I guess I should get some black mica, but I don't know if black mica stains the bath. Does it? Let me know if you've used it. So there we are. There we have our white cheetah bath bombs, available on the website www.edensecret.co. Link in the description box to the website and all my social media. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you all very, very soon for a new video from Eden Secret. Bye bye for now.